wish I'd found the sprinkles.
Yeah, I kind of wish you'd found the sprinkles too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized that as I walked down the store.
No. Still, so the ice cream cone that's a very nice texture.
That was just for our last meal.
Pretty good.
So, welcome to Kraken Quest Curse of Strahd.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there.
Hello, Internet.
I am Sam, and I've been your dungeon master.
Harder down.
Tonight we'll be finishing out our last few scenes of Curse of Strahd, and then we'll just be kind of having our little postmortem, talk about the campaign, some things I changed up, stuff I wish I would have done different, kind of same things from you guys.
Cool.
And just kind of have some fun and send off this campaign before we start a new campaign next week.
Yeah.
Whenever Chris wants to start it.
Yeah, I think we can start next week.
It's all up to him. So yeah, let me pull up the game here and we'll get this thing finished.
Did we need a roll 20 or we just?
Not really. We can theater of the mind this. Unless there was anywhere in the castle you guys really specifically wanted to go.
We wanted to get that werewolf dude, but that's about it.
We're looking for the husband.
That's right. You wanted to go get the werewolf guy.
I mean, they did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Listen, I'm not about to be left as the only outsider werewolf and not having helped the werewolf pack. I'm not about that life.
Also, I refuse to die before fulfilling all my oaths.
I get no say in this matter.
You can show off our little miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
Still pissed that yours came out to be the best one because I used a different resin.
Yay. Procrastination.
So, after defeating Strahd and Flinmo, regaining control of himself, and with a defiant yell, erasing himself from existence.
Or did he?
Or did he? Sequel series, who knows? I haven't already had ideas.
I hope I get a little epilogue.
We'll do a nice eulogy about how good you were.
It was.
Do I have to participate in this?
You can be.
You can sit in the back.
Yeah, you really should have made some requests of us, like to make you a giant ass statue or something.
Yeah.
It was enough to do that in the first place. I think splitting Flinmo's attention at all would have been bad.
Nah.
So,
you guys go through the castle. You do find the werewolf you were looking for kind of locked into a room. He is rather angry, but once you explain to him that his wife sent you guys, he's willing to come with you.
Oh yeah, I show him the cut off hand of the werewolf.
Dude,
he kind of like takes it to. He's like, nice.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Catherine's here.
Yay, Madam.
There is Lady Hawk.
You pass through rooms that.
Well, no, it was a Madam.
yeah.
That.
Oh yeah.
Look like they once contained monsters and still do in some ways. Some of them seem to have just dropped dead or fled on Strahd's death. Searching farther through the castle, you do.
Do we find the elf?
Which elf?
His minion?
The hand.
Rahadin is strangely nowhere to be seen.
I'm going to find him and kill him.
That's your epilogue.
It is.
What was that town called again?
Which one?
Which one?
The
Barovia.
Velaki.
Kresk.
Velaki.
Yeah, what about it?
Nothing.
We fucked it up.
Kresk?
Kresk? Yeah.
Kresk?
Chris.
Persig.
Crispenhagen.
Burgermeister. Oh yeah, I could just go back and be the. I should actually go to that town and become the Burgermeister. Wouldn't be that hard.
Too late, you
Probably
already asked to
not.
die.
Yeah, I did.
Also, you guys don't know he's dead yet, I don't think.
No, but as soon as we get there, we'd probably find out.
True.
Yeah, because I think we got to go through there to get
Because
the
they'll be
werewolf in.
celebrating for the first time in a long time.
Well, no,
An actual celebration.
Yeah, I was about to say, no. They'll just be celebrating for the first time with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
This
That was
time with feeling.
With the feeling, yeah.
Returning, you can kind of now feel magical presences within the castle that you couldn't before, thanks to both Strahd and Flimmo's energies no longer being there.
Oh, yay.
And in fact, returning to that ossuary, you find the skull of a dragon that you are pretty certain must be the remains of Argynvost.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the light.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens if you use your divine sense now?
I'm gonna use my divine sense.
So, the terrible pants-shitting universe anchoring darkness to the south is still there,
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
but its avatars out further in the land are not. So it's held at bay within the Amber Temple.
Neat.
Sweet.
Like, before she could sense it reaching into the world more.
Yeah, through, like,
Yeah.
Strahd and Flimmo.
Exactly, but now it is still sealed within the Amber Temple.
Is it a little
good.
weaker?
It is just as strong.
That's
Infinity minus infinity is undefined.
Shot.
It is the same strength, but it is held.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And after that, after a few hours of exploring the castle, you all kind of are walking along towards down a hallway, and Arena just kind of looks at you all and says, "I need to take care of something," and takes a turn down the stairs out towards the courtyard. Does anyone want to follow her? Or...
I will.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll keep with her.
Okay. So as you all exit the castle into the courtyard, thick clouds fill the sky. Though through the chilly morning mist, the land of Barovia is visible far below. There is peacefulness here. Rest has come to the valley for the first time anyone can remember.
That's nice.
A light flashes behind you. Wheeling around, you see a stately man, a being of flesh and blood, in shining armor and a flapping cape. His countenance shows great strength of will, yet the forcefulness of his presence is tempered by his calm, sad eyes. His features are those of Strahd, yet subtly different. His voice is calm and peaceful. My name is Sergei von Zarovich. He turns to Arena. Tatiana, the time is at hand to rest. Come, my love and wife. He reaches forth his hand.
Shove her out of the way. Just kidding.
Lightning strikes. Also, you're not here.
I love it.
Arena Kalyana's questioning eyes suddenly open with recognition and knowledge.
Levitating.
Forgotten memories rush back to her.
Ooh, I levitated.
Sergei, she cries, springing to him with the grace of a doe. They embrace. Arena turns to you all and says, shit that doesn't matter because the way we played this. She all says, thank you, my friends, for ending an eternal cycle of torment and helping all of us bring some measure of peace to this land.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
It was
I do
nothing.
not know.
Well, actually, it was a lot of somethings, but whatever.
I do not know what will become of the land now, but I believe you will have to find out without me.
A hugger. Hugs. Big hugs.
You all embrace.
I cry a bit. I cry a lot.
After you all say your goodbyes, shimmering light surrounds Arena and Sergei. Hand in hand, they walk east towards the edge of the courtyard. Their feet do not touch the ground as they tread a path beyond this mortal world.
I did levitate.
Their invisible road takes them beyond the precipice of the castle, their glow illuminating and thinning the clouds above Barovia. The clouds suddenly break open, letting shafts of glorious sunlight flood through. In the valley below, the strange fog dissolves. For the moment, at least, Barovia is free once more.
Yay!
Alright.
So yeah, man.
Do we level up?
Yes,
we
you
level
can
up
have
until
level
it's
10.
I take
We're
a
all now
level.
level 10 characters.
4th level barbarian.
So in taking the werewolf back to his wife, she will indeed honor her agreement with you guys, and they will no longer poach from the children of Barovia for their
Wow.
numbers.
No longer kidnapping children.
It's a step.
It's a step in the right direction. Dude.
Yeah. You make peace with your enemies, not your friends, James.
I did both. Or I did neither? I'm not sure, really.
You kind of did neither.
You did none of the above. Yay.
As you all return from that and stop by Rudolf Van Richten's tower, or pass by Rudolf Van Richten's tower, Esmeralda goes, I believe I'll take my leave of you all now and see how the old man is doing. Granted, he may not even be there. He might have already left this plane and off to some other adventure.
That should be easier now, shouldn't it?
Possibly, I don't know.
Leaving here, I mean.
I mean, it's easy enough for the Vistani, but for the rest of you, it's always seemed impossible.
The mist disperses.
As I said, it's possible.
What do you do?
And she heads off towards his tower.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
In bringing, as you all bring the great skull to Argynvost.
Oh yeah, I've been carrying that.
I feel
above
like
my
this
head.
is like the end credit scene of like Majora's Mask, where you just have like each like little vignette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NPCs talking at you.
Uh-huh.
I'm so thankful that our water is working again. Hooray!
Thank you for XYZ.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you for playing my game.
So as you return the skull to the mausoleum, Roth, the dragon spirit arises from the mausoleum and transforms into a brilliant light that fills the room and flashes across the valley like the beacon of a lighthouse.
Ooh. Ooh.
As it goes and illuminates the whole valley, it comes to rest back in the tower and act as a shining beacon of light.
Yay!
Yay, we did a thing.
At least one thing.
Yay.
Any word from Mordenkainen?
Mordenkainen? No, actually. None of you... Well, it's not true. You all... one day you all wake up to find a letter delivered to where you're staying. I'm assuming the inn in Valaki.
Probably.
Sure.
I'm trying to think this is. It says, an interesting choice. We will see how balance is found. Mordenkainen.
Interesting.
What does it say?
That's all it says.
Oh,
He can't read.
yeah.
I read it to him.
Oh. Go back to playing with the children.
Do I playing with the kids? Yeah. Yeah.
I need my
That's pretty much where your guys' story ends,
And
at least for now.
Yeah.
You find that you still cannot leave this plane. Maybe you're now all tied here, or linked to it somehow. But as I said, in the coming days, you do find that to the east and west of Barovia are titanic walls whose gates have now opened into new realms of adventure, evil, and dread.
Gotcha.
oh, is that where our next Dread campaign is?
You know, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Mm.
Taking pushes over the thing.
I can run the Lair of Exithanter as a dread game. It'd be fun.
Alright. I'm gonna need someone to put a sword through my heart now.
Okay.
Props.
Blah. Okay, yep, I'm dead.
I feel like there should be.
So
Burn my
Roth
body.
has Nayli kill him.
Burn my body.
Yes, he asked me to kill him once we finish our goals.
Yeah. Because now the Amber Temple doesn't get me. Fuck off.
Okay. So as you kill Roth and burn his body, you do see as you're burning his body and the wind kind of blows through and stirs the smoke, you see the briefest shape of Irina standing in the wind behind the pyre, just for an instant.
Aww. Yeah.
Tegan, I feel like
Force Ghosts.
would kind of establish himself as like hunting down the last of any of Strahd's brood or any of the other monsters that get unruly.
Start killing werewolves again.
Base out of Valaki and kind of be a man for hire /
You don't become
Yeah.
Burgermeister?
Work with the Order of the Raven and kind of keep the land safe.
yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. Nayli, what do you feel like Nayli's gonna do, Bonnie?
Probably gonna go back to Cressic and see if she can help restore anything
Okay.
that was divine that was left in the Abbey and help with all that.
Help those people get killed.
Yeah, help them rebuild.
Going back to Kresk, it is somewhat of a broken town, but with the return of the sun and the death of Strahd, there is this spark of hope that is undeniable there, and this knowing in the heart of its residents that they can rebuild,
And their Batman's back.
and their Batman is back. Flinmo,
Yay.
you are now uncoupled from reality.
Yay! Yay!
Hooray!
Adrift through the plains.
Is he in the astral?
No, that's a plan.
Your ancestral divine
They're the betweens.
goddess appears before you.
Goddess.
I missed the first.
Flinmo,
The god that you're related to.
Okay, got it.
Flinmo, long have you suffered and long have you journeyed. I offer you eternal peace by my side. She kind of reaches out her hand.
Well, I still feel like there's more people more people to help, but my fear, my desire to help made things a bit worse too. What would you do? What would you want me to do?
I would want you to make your own choice, and I believe you already have. And she snaps her fingers, and you feel yourself pulled off to a distant realm where you will live on and have new adventures.
Ooh, adventures.
He is a halfling again.
Is he the only one that got the good ending?
I
Like, what the fuck?
I got a good ending.
got
You
a
don't
good ending.
count.
I got everything I wanted.
We got the okay
I
ending.
got a hunting ground.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm the only one that got a bad end. Fuck you guys. I don't want to be here anymore.
You want to be in a tree?
I mean, that was my plan for other reasons. But yes.
Well, you can keep looking for that elf.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about all I have in terms of epilogues.
Yeah. No, I think
I do have ideas for future campaigns that I want to run in Ravenloft as a setting, taking this forward.
Yeah.
I feel like I could convert a lot of old Ravenloft adventures and work in this because in third edition, it became a set of demi-planes
okay.
that are each ruled over by a Strahd-like Shadow Lord.
So was it kind of like if you walk out those gates to the east, you just end up in another Barovia parallel world?
Kind of. They are similar realms.
Yeah.
What you will essentially find is that Strahd was not the only being that the Dark Powers trapped here for their own amusement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You find out that there are other realms ruled by insert.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
There's a lich named Exithanther.
a werewolf.
And
thing, I
yeah,
think.
they're all trapped in their own ironic hells, much like Strahd was never able to attain Arena.
Right.
Yeah.
There is a warlord who is surrounded by women and foppish nobles who he is unable to conquer.
Huh.
There is a lich named Exithanther who can no longer learn spells.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Damn.
Yeah, so we'll explore some of that in future games.
You just vomit.
So, what did you guys think of this campaign?
Uh,
Be brutally honest with me, because this is the first campaign I've ever gotten to really run. And while I'm happy with it, there's a lot I wish I would have done different.
They didn't die enough. You said we were gonna die. I'm the only one that really died. You came back.
yeah.
Same character. You came back.
He still died.
Yeah. Like, I rolled
Okay,
up
but that's
a brand...
still one less than how many
You could have
times I
talked
died.
to. I mean, you came back.
Did
In the same sort of sense
In
that
the same
like
sort of sense that
you're
my
playing the
character
same.
arc...
You're playing the same arc. You're playing the same character with a different name.
No, they were different.
Neffy was in no way going to be anything similar to Nayli. Nayli
Yeah.
was
Okay.
created for Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Yeah.
And I ran out of character ideas for Curse of Strahd, so I was like, fuck, I already have this made.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
bring it in.
I also ran out of character ideas for Curse of Strahd.
I
I had one.
I had 3 backups.
I hadn't really come up with one, but like if Tegan had died, probably like around the same time that that Karis did, I don't know, maybe.
I could have had a backup character that early in.
Yeah.
When Flinmo died, I had no ideas at all.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't that much later.
Yeah.
Flinmo died like halfway through the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Got your characters mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking your paladin.
I had
You're thinking Neffy.
Yeah, that's the one.
I had a necromancer wizard convinced that there is no such thing as evil, and evil is a cop out excuse for good men to ignore things, and the idea that why is death magic evil and other magics not, when you can other magics that aren't considered inherently malevolent are capable of much greater atrocities.
Like
I don't think I've ever
memories.
actually seen you play.
That's an interesting idea.
Or at least in recent memory.
I had the sorcerer in Zeitgeist.
Oh, I know
Oh,
another
yeah,
character that another character idea for you. It's Shava.
I had a druid that was going to be basically one of the only not crazy druids in this world.
That would be cool.
Was a character idea I had because I love myself a good old storm druid.
Yeah.
It's one of my
Storm Druid's just great.
Storm mage and caster druid, not shapeshift druid, is one of my personal D&D favorites.
I did think about playing
I can agree with that.
Circle of the Moon druid, mostly because my stats were not great.
What was it? I had one other, but it's slipping from my head. Right?
Yeah. So going back to the original,
Yeah.
I do want to say that if you guys had sacrificed any living thing on the altar in Death House, you would not have had to fight the Shambling Mound.
Yep.
So yes, if Flinmo had sacrificed Squeakers, Neffy would still be alive.
No.
But also, we did kill it, right?
You did kill it, yeah.
Like, and
It just cost you a party member.
but if she had, passed a saving throw, or
We didn't accidentally skip an initiative, I think.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Or if I
we
had-
skipped an initiative.
yeah,
Yeah.
Philip was supposed to go before me,
Yeah.
but
and then he would have killed it before.
before
Yeah.
I had died.
Or-
Yeah.
But I do still feel like it was a great opening boss.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was all that. I definitely learned that I need to get a lot better at role-playing NPCs because I tended to
That's
hurry
the-
that along
honestly,
too much.
That is like the kind of like the part of DMing you don't think about enough. is
Yeah, it's really
role-playing
true.
NPC.
I did like.
Yeah.
I liked your accents. Like you had a voice for each character,
Mhm.
and you were fairly consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, only like half of them merged into a single voice. It was
It was a,
No,
a
but,
regional
like-
accent though.
But
right?
and it wasn't even just the accent. It's like the way that you spoke as
The
Strahd
inflections were different.
was different. How you spoke for Ismark or
Yeah,
the
and
Burgermeister. Like you had
their
an,
diction
that's fair.
yeah,
as
Yeah.
well.
the diction. Yeah.
Oh, thank
Whereas
you. Yeah.
my character, there were times where I thought I was talking Roth too smart, actually, at times. Just because,
There were at times where you suddenly became Scottish, and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck?
yeah, no, I'm never good at doing character voices, and it's something I
I-
want to get
I
better at.
Dropped my voice by accident so many times.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That-
once
yeah.
once I was zombie human thingy, like it was hard
Just-
to pick up a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
was
I
one
lost
thing
a
I
lot.
kind of had wished I had picked out like a more definitive voice for
Other than
Tegan.
talking
Other
just a
than
little gruffer.
I'm just a slightly bit gruffer than my normal voice. Like I should have done like a southern drawl.
Yeah, or I did like, I just tried to pitch my voice lower and just
Yeah.
talk, like, yeah. Like, most of the time, I was really being Roth, it was when y'all said something and I not understand.
Philip sounds like me when I decide that start feeling insecure that my voice isn't deep enough.
Yeah.
Well, and you also
Hey guys,
you had
how's it
terse
going?
sentences when you spoke as
Mhm.
Ron, so it's pretty easy to tell when you were in
Yeah,
character.
but I wish I'd like stuck in it a bit better at times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there was all that. I think my favorite stuff I did was, well, two things. One with Flinmo, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I really like what I did with the Abbot because
Yeah.
Was that all
um,
you?
no. So the Abbot is in the game
Mm.
with Vasilka, but when Strahd kills Vasilka, he kind of just like breaks down, and that's kind of the end of him. Like him burning the town was all my idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that a
and
lot.
actually, I really liked turning that like beacon of hope or some kind of divinity into a greater insane threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a better kind of conclusion for him. I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cutting off like the one like secure village that's there.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that sound because I guess I have the context of I've read a deep amount of this adventure because at one point I was gonna try and run it, so like I
Yeah.
knew the Abbot was an angel,
Yeah.
a mad angel, and like a couple of different things.
Yeah.
So getting to like read what the book says and then seeing your interpretation or your spin, was really good.
So let's see, there was that stuff. I had fun trying to bring Arena as like a party member and not just an NPC that's kind of just in your bag that pops out when it's necessary.
Yeah. So was
Yeah.
she just supposed to disappear at the fountain, and then was
She
out?
can, but the way it's written, so that is completely like her scot-free way out of Barovia.
Yeah.
But the way it's written, I don't think any party is going to let that happen.
Right. Because it seems like a
It
bad
seemed
thing.
like a hand of water was about to like grab her and drown her, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like, it definitely seems threatening, and everything else in Barovia has been threatening so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Except for the skeletal rider.
Honestly, that
Except for the
kind of
skeleton rider.
upset me because like it seemed so threatening, and then I was like accused of doing the wrong thing. Like
I mean,
Good.
Arena.
See, I wanted to play with that with Arena having her memories back, being mad at you about that. I was just trying to give her more character dynamic with you.
No, I liked it. We did
Yeah.
what our characters would have done in the scenario, but we don't have the context, and
Right, but
characters not
no,
having complete
I
context.
know
is
that.
good.
I'm not talking about that. I'm like, did Arena know that that's what that was? Water
She
was
found
gonna
out
do?
after.
She found out after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
that's,
think she
that's
knew-
what I was confused about. Was like,
No, to me, I think she realized it,
Oh,
it
oh.
as it was happening. She didn't know it was going to happen when she went to the water, but
Yeah.
as it began happening, she has a
Because
realization.
that's when she got her Tatiana memories.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
that's when she starts having this epiphany, this real self-realization, and then we cut it off.
Yeah.
And then is supremely pissed.
So it's not like you made a mistake because you were acting on the information you had.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
he kind of expects you to make that mistake. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can
And like in
learn.
all honesty, even if it wasn't you who stopped her, it could have been any of us.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That
no, I
did.
just it seemed
Coaster.
weird that there was
Use a
no
coaster.
way to like not satisfy, but like no way to make it up to her at all. She was just
Yeah, I should have done more with that.
So what were some of the options that we had to deal with her, or was she just NPC who was around?
Technically, I think after we saved the Vistani princess at the pond, I think at that point we can technically convince them to because they're able to freely leave and they're actually able to ferry people out.
Yeah, you can convince them if they're in your debt to take Arena out of the land.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know that we ever learned that that they were able to leave.
we were told at the
we
beginning.
learned that they could leave. But
Yeah.
we didn't know they could
Oh.
ferry people.
No, we never.
We never asked. We
I
never
didn't.
thought to ask.
I actually
Yeah.
never I either forgot or never learned that.
I'll be honest, I might have kept that from you guys to kind of
I wouldn't have blamed you because otherwise it's just
make
like,
things
oh,
bleaker.
we can just leave.
Well, I mean, you did tell me when I was Sarah's, but
That's true.
like, when did Sarah's ever deem it necessary to tell anybody the whole truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew as a player, but I wasn't going to bring it up because I wanted to make as few
Yeah, I was just curious because
choosing decisions as possible.
I was talking to a friend about the campaign,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Yeah, we were at Babala Saga, and Arena did this," and he was like, "Wait, you still have Arena with you?"
Mhm.
And I was like, "Yeah, where else would she go? She's a badass."
I think most other campaigns, she's supposed to be like the pretty princess that doesn't really do shit.
She's an
Yeah.
aristocrat. Like she's an NPC aristocrat. She's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah, she has the stats of a noble, and I decided to make her a fighter instead.
No, I love that.
Yeah,
honestly.
same.
Like
Which-
it definitely
which-
gave her more.
Because you changed her character type, that's why I want you to make that mini of her, because she is a well-earned party member.
Yeah. Like, and that's like I had a feeling that was Sam wanted something to do because he was keeping her with us. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna help. Like in my head, like meta, I'm like, I'm gonna help Sam. I'm gonna have Roth train with her.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, and I really like that. I think her and Roth was a really fun part of the campaign.
yeah.
Infuriating at times.
I still can't believe we kept it a secret from y'all for 7 or 8 whole
Oh my
sessions.
God.
I'm still amazed.
I only started to
that-
pick up on it when I saw your character sheet.
Yeah.
Like, I
The-
saw like sets of stats. I'm like, that's weird.
The thing that tipped me off was when you went into the woods to perform a ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think he said that we heard werewolves active that night.
Yeah,
And
but
that was
then
like-
you could sense one near us.
yeah, that
Well, no,
was.
I mean,
That was the greatest thing because I was very like, how is it worded?
if I could go back, I mean, I obviously I can, but
Yeah.
I would if I had the time to go back and find all of the wolf or dog
At one
references.
point, y'all called me a rabid dog.
I think that was the same session
Hi,
we
Madam
found out.
Ava.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
My favorite part of the campaign was when you cast the whole like detect werewolves thing.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just came to
Is
say
there a
that's my
werewolf
favorite
within
too.
6 miles of us?
Yes, there are.
Yes, always.
also for me, like because I remember before we even started asking, oh hey yeah, Redbeard, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna do that dual wielding ranger. Oh right, yeah, you talked about that. What's your favorite enemy gonna be? Well, I want to talk to Sam about making it like werewolves or. I'm like, oh yeah.
So I was like, I was texting everybody. So like at the time, I'm working security, and I'm texting you all about character stuff, and you're all like kind of sending me ideas for character stuff. And independently, Philip's like, can I be like a barbarian werewolf? And I'm like, well, I wanted to play that, but yeah, totally. And then Chris is like, I want to be a werewolf hunter, and I'm like, this is going to be so much fun.
And then Amani brings in a paladin.
Yeah.
And also, my
Goody
tribe hates arcane casters. Hi, James.
That
Then
didn't-
Sarah shows up. It's like I'm not a wizard.
She's an elf. She has a crossbow. Clearly can't be a wizard.
I had a
Elf with a
crossbow.
crossbow,
Yeah, but
clearly not a wizard.
Yeah, but you're not an elf. Why would an elf carry a crossbow if
I
they
thought
weren't
all
a
elves
wizard?
were magic.
No, she's a dark elf. That means she can pull your soul out through your ear,
The-
which, as we all know, is the most painful way to have your soul removed.
The weird racist stuff was weird.
I'm fine with it as
The
a
weird
character
racist
thing.
stuff was weird. James 2019.
Put it on a shirt.
Which racist stuff? His racist stuff or my racist stuff?
His racist stuff. Yours made sense. Like
I
you
clearly wasn't
were
racist
trapped
enough.
by an elf, and
Several elves.
right. You were trapped by elves and did not trust them anymore.
Yep.
Because of what
Yeah.
they did to
Well,
you.
in your defense, though, we also didn't really come across many werewolves that we didn't just instantly murder.
I know, but I didn't murder you hard enough.
You punched me. Well, that's also because I meted hard and tried to befriend you as much at you and Arena as much as possible, because I knew at some point that shoe was going to drop, and I needed people on my team.
And I also didn't murder the entire cave of werewolves hard enough.
Yeah, I appreciate that, because I would have murdered the fuck out of you.
I would have done it.
know.
I mean, I definitely would have done it at that point of the campaign. I
would have
didn't.
tried to murder the fuck out
I
of
was,
both of you.
I really held back on that. I really wanted to just go ape shit.
I would have bashed your skull in with a rock.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to math hammer out sometime.
Yeah.
It's like out of 100 fights between Roth and Tegan, how does it turn out?
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you have silver bolts by that point?
yeah.
did.
I think I
You
had.
did.
Yeah,
It
then that
was-
would have
it
made
was
that's
just
what would
before.
yeah, then that's what would have made it a fair fight.
Oh, sorry, because the one time you guys did fight, he just fucking annihilated you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He crit me with a silver bolt to the head.
I think I did
It
8
was amazing.
Yeah.
in one shot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because you only had because I had 96 hit points at that point. You dealt me 80 in one go, and then you just basically just had to pop the last one into me. Yeah. And that was great.
So yeah, let's talk about Flynn Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was awesome.
So Flynn Mo died,
Yeah.
and then I was actually down at your guys' place. I think it was like the Halloween party.
I think so. That
Yeah,
sounds about
we had
right.
talked about it a little bit beforehand, though.
Yeah, we talked about it a little beforehand, but then the Halloween party, you're telling me like, so I'm having trouble like coming up with another character, and like, is there any way we could like bring Flynn Mo back? And I was like, well,
What do you say?
I do have some ideas.
Oh.
And I knew you did. Like, I wasn't gonna be like, oh, just resurrect him. I
Yeah.
knew that there was like something
Oh, yeah, you
in
want the devil.
campaign that could have happened.
Yeah.
And in a way was a way where Flynmo just didn't want to stop helping, and was kind of
Yeah.
destructive.
Mm.
Wait,
that
so
way-
like
Yeah,
you basically
very
was like you wanted to be so good that you ended up tipping over.
Goodness.
I really
Goodness
like
at
taking
any
kind of
cost.
like simple
Like,
character
I mean, that's pretty much
concepts.
what happened.
What?
I really like taking kind of simple character concepts and kind of forcing something upon them that kind of makes them change or have to do
Yeah,
things.
no, and that was great.
Yeah.
I do hope you had fun, James.
Yeah, there were parts where I felt like I didn't have agency anymore. Pretty much Amber Temple on.
Yeah,
I I had no choice.
I needed to work with you better on that. I think just better communication could help there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did enjoy how Flynn mode turned out. Like, I enjoyed. I probably would have preferred him not to have died at all, but
I think ideally we all.
One of my biggest. I wish last time I would have let you decide how he went out, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad that there was at least an epilogue for him, cause yeah, it was that was gonna be the one thing I didn't like was there was a lot of and then you guys do this without letting us talk it out, like, and then you guys say your goodbyes instead of saying goodbyes, stuff like that.
That's fair. Yeah. No, I rushed through a little tonight.
Well, that was mostly an in general thing.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like tonight aside, like in the campaign, sometimes like even in my text-based roleplay, sometimes it's just like, okay, we're getting to the point where everybody's just being like, okay, cool, see you later, just fucking move on to the next day.
Yeah, no,
And
but
I think
when it gets to that
that's
point,
some of like with Sam just rushing that along, I think that helped keep our narrative going as opposed to just stalling it right there.
yeah,
but I definitely need to work on.
What the fuck is that?
Sorry, I have the Strahd book, Sam, and I just flipped open to Piddlewick 2.
Sure.
Piddlewick 2, a character that I did not bring into the castle
Yeah.
because at the pace we were moving along, I did not want to stop for a haunted puppet clown.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We also, I guess, and this is also just, we probably just didn't get to that part of the castle. Was it Mad Myrtle?
Yeah, Myrtle's in there.
Yeah, the daughter of Mad Mary, of that woman that you spoke to in Barovia.
Oh, yeah.
Where
I had the doll.
Yeah, the doll.
Yeah, she's in the castle.
Yeah,
Which
and Strahd's
Flynn
gonna.
had the doll the whole
Yeah,
time.
and Strahd was gonna turn. I think Strahd wants to turn her into a bride, and if you find her, you can bring her along. But because she was a shut-in all of her life, she's completely naive to any and all danger to herself, and it's just kind of actually becomes the worst escort mission, I imagine. So I'm kind of glad that didn't come up. That we kind of just let that thread die.
Does the game expect you to rush to Castle Ravenloft?
The way it's written, it seems like they kind of expect you to make forays into Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah, or try once and then see. Oh gosh, this is awful.
Huh.
Yeah, and I like the idea of that, but I just don't see any party doing it.
Yeah, especially with the entrance room having 8 gargoyles.
Yeah,
8
and but I also laid on from the beginning, like I wanted to hammer with you guys the entire time how powerful Strahd was,
Right.
Which I hope made it.
feel like if
great.
there were
You
maybe
just fucking annihilated him last time, which I still can't believe happened.
I feel like if there were maybe some parts of the castle that were lower level, like that Strahd like teleports you in to fuck with you, or
Yeah, that would be cool.
he steals something, so you have to go there to get it back, or something like that. Because I feel like it's either they expect you to just go there sooner, or spend another half of how long you've already spent playing this game, just in the castle.
Well,
I think
actually,
we're also...
as I recall, aside from Strahd himself, there aren't actually too many horrendously dangerous things in the castle.
We also did literally everything, even though a lot of it didn't go towards getting the thing.
It lists the castle as the highest difficulty area of the game, along with the Amber Temple.
Yeah.
The Amber Temple, I think, is hands down the hardest, because we didn't even do everything in there.
We didn't.
There was some stuff that Sam cut out.
There were like 2 or 3 more rooms you guys could have gotten to. There's a secret door that you didn't find.
There's a lich.
Oh,
yeah.
I was wondering about
There's
that lich is actually Exothanter, the one I mentioned before. He's in there.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a nod to his stuff. You guys never met Blinksy the Toy Maker?
Yeah. He was,
where was he?
In Valaki.
Valaki. Yeah. He's just a house in Valaki.
I recognize the name because I had the doll.
Yeah.
It's not Blinky. Is not Blinksy. Is not fun or something like that.
No, is no fun. Is no Blinksy.
Oh, it said that on the little girl's doll.
Yeah, it was like the tag on it.
Yeah, so if you go around town asking about things, or just maybe the DM says, "Oh, hey, you noticed this as you're walking through the streets."
We spent a lot of getting run out of Valaki.
I loved that, by the way. I loved every time we looped into Valaki.
I kind of wanted to get an epilogue for Valaki now that
No,
the
hold up.
Burgermeister's
My
dead.
favorite part in Velaki when we were there was when Flibble was talking to that creepy old lady, and it's like, these are my servants, and he's wearing rags, and Sarah's is wearing normal clothes, and she's just looking at him like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
That was so good.
It's
It worked out
the
okay.
reverse festival where your servants
It's
wear.
opposite day.
Yeah.
No, I think I played it off all right. Like I
Yeah.
had a
Oh,
But
that's what
like
it's
you
right,
were
yeah.
wearing rags, and you're like, oh, these are my henchmen or something, and Sarah's is just looking at you like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
yeah, I think he played it off well.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I was like, I got in a rough patch, and like my clothes were destroyed. Like I'm here to recoup.
In all honesty,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
think
like
you played it
instead
well.
of complying with leaving, she should have just been like, he's lying. He actually works for me.
And we killed all the cultists.
Oh
Yeah, that whole house has like adventures and stuff in it.
All the cultists.
Nope, we killed the house.
Yeah, we did.
I
kill the
rescued
house.
2 people.
2 cultists.
They're not cultists.
They're cultists until proven otherwise.
Cultists until
And you
proven
can't really
innocent.
prove otherwise because you got ran out like almost immediately after you
I
saved them.
Oh
saved
my
2 of them.
God, that was so good. I loved Blocky. That was my favorite part of the entire campaign.
Yeah,
Both sides.
running like a town definitely was something that made me nervous because I had never really done that before, and I kind of don't really know how. So that's definitely something I want to improve on.
You did a good job, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to present stuff that's interactable without only presenting the stuff that's interactable.
Yeah, the
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are, because in D&D there aren't just NPCs that when you walk up to them you realize, oh, this person doesn't say anything,
Yeah.
walk away. They're just window dressing.
Yeah.
I think
Welcome to Cornerian.
one of my favorite moments in Velaki was after we burned down the coffin maker's house, and I wanted to take the coffin maker's eye,
Oh yeah.
and y'all wouldn't
would
let
you
me.
not though?
Yeah, and then I wanted to go take the boys, and then I wanted to go kill the boy. Because
Oh,
he wasn't,
yeah.
well, yeah, because he wasn't repentant. So he was gonna get murderated.
It's like,
And then you
oh,
hit.
Yeah, because you called me a monster, and by calling me a monster, you're calling who I am a monster, and what I am a monster, which means you're calling me my family a monster. And how dare you insult my family?
Still think.
I wish we had done more with the feather, the folk of the feather. Or what-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I would have done more with
Order
them.
of the feather. Yeah. Because
At one point, I was trying to give Roth a girlfriend, but he just didn't respond.
That was complicated. I'm not really in a place where I feel like I can be in a relationship. I'm flattered, but
Look, miss, I'm flattered, but I have werewolf business right now, and it's very complicated.
yeah.
If Roth had tried to use the true resurrection,
On my daughter, yeah, you
would it have
would
been a similar situation to Sergey?
Hmm.
I'm not sure, but
If
you
you-
would have wanted to murder her real quick. She's not a good person.
Okay.
She's a very good werewolf and a very good Thane. She's a bad
But,
person.
but would it have worked? Or would you have
Um,
let it work?
Yes, but she would have been tainted by coming through to life through the energies of Ravenloft and the
Yeah.
beings of the Amber Temple.
Oh yeah,
Who,
you
resurrecting
definitely
who
would have
again?
monkey's pawed the fuck out of that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, entirely.
His daughter.
Yeah, because
The entire Amber Temple is really just one big monkey's paw opportunity.
yeah,
And I took the whole monkey.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
yeah.
And then blew it up.
Some of us took like a pinky.
I did.
Dude, Flimbo took the whole monkey and turned it into a backpack. Like,
It's a clutch.
Honestly, I didn't come across anything that was appealing to me because, like,
Other than like the
there is nothing for a crossbow wielding ranger in this entire book.
it's
there
pretty
really
bad.
isn't, which is fine.
There is no dexterity boost. There is no magic crossbow.
Right.
There are no magic bolts.
Yeah.
There is
Silver bolt.
nothing.
Is there even a
You don't
magic
even
bow?
get silver bolts. No,
There's probably a magic bow in here somewhere.
no, there's not.
Even just some bracers of archery
Yeah,
would have
No.
been.
Yeah.
Nah, you can jack
And
off.
that's something that I wish I would have kind of just taken into account and added in, but like I did.
But I mean, I did enough damage.
Here's what I learned as a DM: do more research and actually prep for your games.
I just think no one at Wizards expect anyone to actually play their ranger.
That's true. That's true.
Well, most rangers use bows, not crossbows.
I
Chris
love the
Ferguson's
fact that
like,
I
now
got
he's playing fucking
Yeah, no, I
Ranger.
know.
and immediately forgot I had it. So
Which
I got the evasion one.
Oh yeah.
Forgot that I had it, and then got crispied by a damn fireball because I forgot about it.
Oh right.
I just don't take damage from fireballs.
Fuck you.
What was I about to say? Oh yeah. When we were talking about your backstory stuff.
Oh yeah.
My brother had gotten turned into a werewolf, and I had to kill him.
I had a feeling that's what your thing was. I think I remember you
It
mentioning
was
something
your
about
brother.
a brother.
I don't remember who I said.
Yeah.
Sam tried to bring it up a couple of times, and I just shoved it down every time it came up.
Like,
I was
nope.
like,
Yeah,
don't worry
you're
about
just like, nope,
it.
not dealing with it.
I passed that. I dealt with it. It's over.
I'm not dealing with it again.
That was like, there were nights when you guys would be like, say I'm watching, I'd be like, so here's a little RP prompt. Do you want to do something with it? And after that, you guys would be like, nope.
I'm
But
trying
Like,
the thing is,
okay.
I didn't know exactly how to act on it besides just being like, so guys, killed my brother.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. It was just funny.
Yeah.
No, there were too many parts where like
So, I have
it
a
felt
dead
like
daughter.
the party, maybe not the party, but at the very least, interacting with Roth was just hostile, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't. No, I'm talking James.
Yeah.
I can't do inter-party hostility like that. It's really hard to not get upset. I made a character that was supposed to be the most likable person in the world, and I still had people that didn't like me.
Yeah.
I think
You're
it's-
small, weak, and magic. You're my antithesis.
But also, I think Flinmo with this party, and I'm including Sarah's not Neffy,
Yeah.
Mhm.
was just not a good fit because all of us had some evil shit going on. A little bit including you. A little bit.
Where are you hiding it?
Well, like, we all had, like, we've done something that we regret.
Right,
Yeah.
but I couldn't even build a bridge.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to build bridges, and they were being torched as I was putting down a plank.
I think it was more of like people of Barovia they don't know how to react to somebody like
Somebody being
Flinmo.
selfless. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking in party. I tried to build bridges.
I mean, I didn't have an issue with them though.
Yeah,
Sarah's didn't have
you
an
just
issue.
were impossible to interact with as a human being.
Yeah. Emotionally dead.
I had to kill my brother, okay?
My parents are dead. I mean, I had no real hardships. They died of old age.
Still best dad. Yep. Oh yeah. Does do you ever eventually settle down, take a wife, have a kid?
I don't
We'll
really
find
see
out
that
next campaign.
happening
No.
very likely with Tegan. I feel like he's kind of the loner, like
Yeah.
unless there was somebody who was just as broody as him.
In Barovia? Never.
So what I'm hearing is still best dad.
Oh, maybe that elf chick. I don't remember her name. I didn't interact with her much.
Elf chick?
Which elf chick?
The one with the missing leg.
Oh,
Esmeralda
Esmeralda?
wasn't an elf.
She wasn't an elf?
No.
No, she's a Vistani.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyways.
If she was an elf, Nately would have
Also,
just
is
been like, excuse
Vistani
me,
a
fuck you.
race?
Yeah.
I think it's a sub.
They're kind of like a variant human.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an ethnicity.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they have some extra stuff they can do.
They do. Yeah. They can give curses on.
Yeah, they can like curse people and
Can
other
they get
stuff.
rid of curses?
No.
Is it a player race?
Yeah. Actually.
Technically, yeah, you could play a Vistani character.
Oh,
Yeah. Let me see.
They don't have like stat boosts or anything. It's just like
It's more for flavor than it is anything else.
They.
yeah, like I said, they have like an extra ability. Let me
Yeah.
see if I
Basically,
can
they
find it.
can curse people, but in return, they take psychic damage.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Is that on top? Being-
Vistani.
Or is that instead of being
Evil
human?
Eye. As an act, a Vistani can target a creature within 10 feet that the Vistani can see. This magical ability, which the Vistani call the Evil Eye, duplicates the duration and effect of the Animal Friendship, Charm Person, or Hold Person spell, Vistani's choice, but requires either somatic, but doesn't require any components. DC is 8 plus proficiency plus charisma.
I would love to play like an old Vistani grandma who's just like evil-eyed
Get out of my lawn!
I made you this muffin.
Here it is. If the target succeeds on the save, the Vistani is blinded until the end of the Vistani's next turn.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like that would be fun for this.
Yeah, but beyond that, they can also do curses.
Yeah.
Vistani, regardless of age, can use an action to utter a curse. The curse targets another creature within 30 feet that the Vistani can see. Sorry, the Vistani cannot utter another such curse before finishing a long rest. The curse is a repayment for an injustice or a slight. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw to avoid the curse. Saving throw DC is 8 plus the Vistani's proficiency bonus plus Vistani's charisma modifier. The curse lasts until ended with a remove curse spell, a greater restoration, or similar magic. But what they can do with that is the target is unable to perform a certain kind of act involving fine motor control, such as tying knots, writing, playing an instrument, sewing, or casting spells that have somatic components. When the curse ends, the Vistani takes 1d6 damage. They can do that. They can.
Every time I try to put on my pants, I fall on my face. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they can change your appearance.
But yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun to play a Madame Ava-esque character in this campaign.
Can we all stop and give Catherine a hand for a second? Because I think she was great.
She was.
I wish she would have gone back and
seen her again.
Yeah.
We tried. She wasn't there.
Oh
yeah.
Madame Ava is related to Strahd, and so is the Vistani princess we saved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's like a half sibling of Strahd.
Huh.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Neat.
Yeah.
Leave it.
And
so she's the little girl is the true heir.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so you can end up with some politics there. I don't know how or if at all you're able to learn those facts, but
you basically aren't.
Yeah.
So it's DM knowledge.
The Vistani are from Barovia.
Yes, they are
but they can travel to other.
They can. They are kind of blessed by Strahd as his servants. It goes back to It goes back to Dracula itself, where he has Romani as kind of a servant people.
The idea, I think,
but the Vistani work for Strahd.
Some of them do, and actually, the princess that we saved, her father was actually Strahd's agents.
Oh, really?
And are actually supposed to spy on us. But by saving them,
but then he's in your debt, so he's kind of conflicted and doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
That's
cool. Yeah. No, the Vistani work for Strahd.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But yeah, at some point,
what like Madame Ava and them?
Their caravan.
Madame Ava is essentially trying to bring you here to end her brother's suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh wait, so is she the one that brought us there?
It's vague. You can play it as that. You can play it as random chance. You can play it as Strahd. You can play it as the Dark Powers.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
However you want to do it.
I like the idea that I'm whatever on whether or not she brought us here. I'm 100% on board with her using us.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, adventurers, let me bullshit some prophecy.
Adventurers.
Yeah.
I mean, her prophecies were right.
Yeah.
Were they?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it was just half the stuff was in the castle.
Yeah.
Catherine, come in here and take a bow.
Yeah, I just kind of tried to play up the whole, my god sent under your radar sort of thing.
Yeah.
And Catherine had a slip of the tongue that made you guys ask about Wells.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
That was hilarious.
I regret nothing.
It did actually work out pretty well.
Is there a well in this town?
No, stop asking. But you told us there was a well.
No, I said there's not well.
No, you said. I cast Mordenkainen
with no well.
Speaking of Mordenkainen.
Oh yeah, Mordenkainen's watchful high dog.
Was how much of that was
so
he's in it. He's in it.
Basically, I ran it as written. There's not really a lot on him there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's just kind of a cameo, like, oh look, it's
Yeah,
this guy who wrote the
basically.
book.
Yeah. Oh, hey, check it out. It's Mordenkainen.
Buy my book.
Yeah.
I tried to roleplay him as Mordenkainen is an interesting Gygaxian idea in that he is true neutral. He's dedicated to the idea of balance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I kind of tried to play him like that.
No, I like that.
Yeah. He's also kind of a dick.
Right, but he is kind of a dick, and it is ultimately kind of a stupid and flawed philosophy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But an interesting one for an interesting idea for a being as powerful as him.
Mhm.
But
So I tried to play with that a little bit.
But he did just get trapped there, and
Yeah, that's all in the book.
okay.
Mhm. Loses his staff and book and will refuse to do anything but go find.
Yeah, if you roll him for your ally, he will refuse to help you until he finds his staff and book,
Oh.
and will not let you help him find them because he's pretty sure you will steal them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just have to wait for him to find them.
You just have to wait for him to find them, and he conveniently shows up when you're ready to go to Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that
yeah.
tracks.
Actually,
To be fair, if Sarah's was alive
To
and
be
she
fair.
found that,
To be
she would take
fair.
it. She would.
Oh
She
yeah.
would.
Let's see here. Treasure
She's
location.
not good.
Flynn
Yeah,
would
there's
have.
that. I kind of wish I would have brought Esmeralda in sooner. I kind of just kept putting it off, and then I brought her in at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm
was
happy with how she
running
came
for
out.
her at the temple.
Same. But oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Strahd enemies being one of the cards. You can have. Let's see. You can have Rotavio.
Uh-huh.
You can have. You can have one of the werewolves.
Okay.
Zuleika. That was the wife, right?
Yeah.
That's the wife, yeah.
Yeah. You can have the Mad Mage,
Uh-huh.
which is Mordekainen. Donovich, the priest, the mad priest in the church.
Oh.
The one
okay.
whose son we
At
murdered
the
at the
beginning?
beginning. That was great.
That was a
good
really
set.
good way to kick things off.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was really proud of you guys on that one.
There is no NPC as well. You can just get Jack All.
Huh.
No one is willing to stand up to the Dark Lord.
Wow.
Viktor Volakovich? I don't remember which one he is.
Isn't he the guy that Flinmo killed and turned into a thrall?
Volakovich.
Viktor
Yes.
Volakovich.
I think he's the Burgermeister of Velaki.
Oh, is that okay?
That's Vargas.
Oh, Vargas.
Oh. Then who's this guy?
Victor?
Was he the brother?
I don't think so. That's... let me find him.
Chapter 5.
I'm looking him up right now in the bestiary.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Because, no, he is... Isaac Strasny.
Oh yeah.
Who?
The person whose house you burned down.
Mhm. So in that
Um,
case, she's not working for Strahd.
Casimir Velikov.
Casimir Velikov is an interesting guy that you guys just never ran into.
That was the elf.
There are dusk elves that live in like the shacks beneath the Vistani on the hill.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys never really got into the dusk elves, which are kind of the native elves of the area.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. His goal.
He is an elf that's like cut off his ears and like just has some interesting stuff going on.
Huh.
Yeah. In theory, you can run into him at the Amber Temple because he wants to find a power to resurrect his dead sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can get the you can get
Gwendolyn.
that's the not Wraith White.
No, Revenant. You could have Vladimir Horngard, the head Revenant in Argynvost can be your ally, but he still refuses to help you kill Strahd because he wants to keep Strahd suffering.
Yep.
Ha.
This is one I don't know. Sir Klutz, the Phantom Warrior?
Is that the ghost horse we kept seeing?
No,
No, it's a joke character that's in Castle Ravenloft, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that's what he is. He's inside the.
He's in a tomb somewhere.
Was there
in there.
anything with the horseman, or was it just?
No, it is literally just a thing, and then I just kind of kept it going.
Yeah.
if we attacked him though?
He'll fight you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did basically at one point just decide that Flynn was powerful enough. That's the excuse I have. You're not gonna have random encounters anymore. I'm sick of running them.
Yeah. No, I mean that was fair.
One of the Vistani lords of the princess we saved, we can have him, but he'll betray us, thinking that
Oh.
Yeah. That he can become a Lord of
So,
Barovia.
what
There's a
other
couple
stuff
different-
did you change? I kind of want to hear some of that.
So yeah, I changed up that stuff.
What?
I'm trying to think a lot. There wasn't like a ton. Like it was mostly you, the abbot.
Mm-hmm.
I changed up the flavoring of stuff. I made things a little more difficult in a lot of places. I added in Strahd coming down to fight and taunt you a lot. I wanted him to
That was
be-
nice though.
It
'cause,
was.
Like,
Which it's not written in the book how that works, but it does like have things like Strahd should be an active villain, which I agree with. He should not just be sitting on his throne in Castle Ravenloft.
yeah, and like it helped drive down the point that like we were never ready for him until we finished everything.
Kinda,
Yeah.
yeah. Because every time he showed up, I would attack him. I'd get bitch slapped through something.
And you changed the Amber Temple. You said that while we were doing the Amber Temple, you changed the.
A little bit. I made it black and
No,
did
I
some
meant-
other stuff. But...
Well, I meant the blessings in particular. You had mentioned.
yeah, I basically just either made them permanent or just changed up how they worked just a little bit. I didn't really do anything too drastic.
Yeah, mostly like increased amount of use time.
Yeah.
He changed them.
And some
Which
balancing
most
stuff.
of them
Yeah.
changed from 3 times ever to once a day.
Yeah.
Which probably ended up being about the same thing since.
Right. A lot of them lasted because I had to look them all up to
Yeah.
make the blessings as feats in D&D Beyond,
Mhm.
and a lot of them were like, "This lasts 10 days." It's like, oh, okay, that's the whole campaign after this point.
Yeah.
Because I think we spent 4 days.
Yeah, but I wanted them to have like a permanent cost on the character.
Yeah. I think the costs were permanent. I think they were just temporary boons.
Maybe it's
vague.
Yeah, it's vague, and ultimately it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Does it say anything about like what happens if a player takes all of them?
No, all of that was stuff. All the stuff with the dark powers was me.
Okay, yeah.
All of the stuff with Flinmo and the dark powers talking with you guys, manipulating you guys was me. They're kind of in here. I wanted to take the idea that the important line that Strahd says you guys in the beginning that I came up with was that immortality is pointless without entertainment.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to echo that with the dark powers because Ravenloft is essentially they keep it like this for their entertainment.
Yeah, I really like that you because I get a sense that this was mostly your doing but you gave the dark powers a character.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just Strahd we were dealing with. Like I had a few moments toward the end there where Tegan was like, is it right to kill Strahd? Like, are we unleashing something worse? Like, kind of agreeing a bit with Mordenkainen's view that, like, are we unleashing something worse on the multiverse by not having it contained here?
Yeah, and that idea that Ravenloft is a prison for the dark powers is basically my idea. I'm sure I'm ripping it from somewhere.
It's very like Dresden's war.
Exactly. I took Dresden's Island. And kind of made it like this. This is a balancing plane that has to exist.
And I recall something of that akin from in 3.5 ish to the idea.
Yeah, it's definitely there.
It's like heat sink for evil and dread.
I wanted to give the dark powers something while still keeping them this eldritch, unknowable evil.
Yeah.
But give them something.
I definitely like it because it also, it gives an out for like James took level in Warlock.
2 levels.
Levels in Warlock, which is just great. Like it's perfect. Because like I feel like a lot of time in D&D, like at least in 5e, there is the eldritch, otherworldly patron.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like there's always like a lot of good examples of that in D&D.
I took it as undying and not other.
Oh yeah, but I feel like this is a good example of it that doesn't. You don't see. I don't think you see enough of the far realm in 5e lore enough.
Yeah, and I wanted to bring them in as kind of an eldritch horror just to add some spice into the gothic horror of the setting.
No, it was
a very nice touch.
It was very well done.
Yeah.
Bloodborne.
Thank you.
Yeah, very Bloodborne-y, very Shadows over Innistrad.
Yeah.
Horror is what I'm good at, and
Yeah.
I tried to make sure it was a part of this Ravenloft campaign, because that's why I enjoy Ravenloft's setting, because I love like old Gothic horror stuff, and I wanted to add some spice and other stuff in there.
Yeah.
So Sam, with Arena being able to move on and Rock dying and all that stuff, does us freeing or killing Strahd free the souls that were wandering?
Do you want the answer to that question now?
I mean, I would like to know, but it's not. If you want to save it as a surprise, that's okay with me too.
I'm trying to
I also have a second question based off of that, though. So we're basically having decided that Tegan and Nayli are going to be spending the rest of their lives in Barovia, or
pretty much
wherever, right? So
yes.
Class-wise with or not class, race-wise with Nayli is that Deva just straight up disappear when they die, and then they pop into existence a couple hundred years later somewhere else.
Yeah.
So would that still happen here?
Guess you'll have to
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, you two are going to become recurring characters in whatever I run next in Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Neat.
Does Flinmo too?
Probably, yes. I'm playing with those ideas of what I want to do with Flinmo. Flinmo will probably pop up in some other game I run as kind of this like plane hopping being.
So on a plus side, I kept original Flinmo, the halfling. It is copy of Flinmo because I modified the original one to become a human and all that stuff. So I'm rebuilding him as a 10th level character. He is a 7th level Divine Soul Sorcerer and is a 3rd level Celestial Warlock.
That seems neat.
But he has all of his old ability scores now.
Yeah.
Even though I hate the idea of Celestial Warlock.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
It's fine.
Like from a flavor point of view, that you're like,
it's fine. It's good. It's all right. It's a cleric.
Well, I'm also a Divine Soul. I am the Cleric Sorcerer and the Cleric Warlock.
Yeah, I know. It's
Which is
fine.
the only way to have a charisma.
I am not here to argue the semantics of the class.
Well, I figured it's really the only way to have like a charisma-based divine caster.
Yeah. Oh no, you're great. You're fine. I'm just bitching about my problems with D&D.
I kind of like it for gods that are less likely to have clerics, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it works as a way to bring the Invoker from 4th edition into 5th edition.
That's what I was going to try to get.
Yeah.
Do you get Holy Laser Beam then?
No, so...
Well, then you're not an Invoker.
Yeah, that's a fair point. If you don't
I have Eldritch Blast.
Does it deal radiant damage?
It deals force damage.
Nope.
And necrotic damage for some reason.
The Ashen Crown campaign. I made a campaign, a 4th edition campaign, where it was the Seekers of the Ashen Crown, and it was a very heavily undead focused campaign. And Carter ended up playing an Invoker, which he didn't even know this set coming into the game that it was going to be so undead focused. And all of his abilities did radiant damage.
Yeah, he literally
so he's just annihilating everything. Yeah,
he literally came into the campaign saying, "I don't know what I want to do, so I'm just going to be the most radiant invoker. I will take any ability as long as it has the radiant keyword."
And then everything in the campaign ended up being weak to radiant.
I think I ended up playing a paladin, so I also had a decent amount of radiant damage.
I think that was your hybrid.
Oh yeah, that's when we allowed a hybrid bullshit, and hybrid is just bullshit.
You were teleporting
something. Hybrid is like, hey, you know how 4th edition's pretty simple? Fuck that.
But also, it's just you are multi-classing with the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically Gestalt.
Yes.
It's 4th edition's Gestalt.
Yeah.
It is. Here's how to legally break 4th edition.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely remember that. We one-shotted a lot of bosses in that. We killed a couple of bosses before they had a chance to act.
There are times where I'm like, okay, this guy comes out and he's gonna do this really cool thing, and oh wait, he's dead.
Yep.
That's why I gave Strahd 200 extra hit points, and he's still just...
Yeah.
So going with Divine Herald, there was an ability that I gained with whenever I attacked. I forgot to use it the first time, so I was like, yeah, my next attack comes around, I'm gonna use it. No.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
He blinked out of my only 4th level spell.
Yeah.
I'm like, I center it here. He's like, I don't start my turn there anymore, so fuck you.
Yeah. I will say one thing from that fight that I was excited about because it's just super cool. Do you remember how up in the Abbey, even the angels like divine blows, he'd smack Strahd, and it's just like, whoop, nope, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Basically, Strahd has a giant ruby. I can not really think of a better word other than phylactery that is essentially a giant reservoir of hit points.
Yeah, he has this giant crystal heart that's atop one of the staircases in the castle.
That was that big explosion.
That is a reservoir of hit points, and that's why he instantly heals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that like refills every day, and he can cut it off at will.
Okay.
But if he runs through it, it shatters, and that's what that was.
Yeah.
That's why you guys started doing real damage to him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's also, there to make him look super fucking intimidating.
Yeah.
Basically, if you can deal, like, more than 50 damage to him in one go, you can get through it.
Yeah. Otherwise, he turns it off and he starts actually, worrying a little bit.
Yeah.
But also, he normally has regeneration. Like, if you don't have at least one of the devices...
Yeah, if you don't have either the sword or the icon, it's going to be a hard fight.
Radiant damage gets through that regeneration, right? Just radiant in general? No?
Nothing.
No, you have to have sunlight to break
No,
Strahd's
I was
regeneration.
legitimately asking, because I thought that was something you would change.
Was the...
No, you have to actually have sunlight to break Strahd's vampire bonuses.
Was the intelligent sword useful at all?
It gave Ismark the ability to hurt things inside the castle.
Okay, I meant
the tarot
if
cards.
anyone had used it.
Yeah, sure.
It's a +1 sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a +1 sword that talks.
I think it has...
Yeah.
Does it not have any other abilities? Usually intelligent weapons have some, things they can do.
It probably did, but I forgot, and I don't want to find that page right now.
Is it meant to just be a fake out for the real,
I guess so. It's just here you found something cool in Castle Ravenloft because it's a dead adventurer's sword.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty fun. Yeah, I think if I were to rebuild Tegan, I probably just wouldn't do Ranger, honestly.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about the things Ranger gave me was I guess I did get the foe, the extra hit die to the foe, or what was it called?
Could you pass me that?
Favorite enemy, or not favorite enemy, the
Prey.
Slayer's Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I almost never end up using the Hunter's Mark because of it being a concentration.
Goodberry.
The Goodberries maybe really helped us 2 or 3 times.
I think 3 at least once with a witch.
If I had them for Neffy, it would have been nice, but I didn't have them yet at that point. But if I had
it's fine. Your regret with Neffy. Nayli still has her resurrections.
Yeah.
Just give me whatever is left out of that pyre. I got you. We can get her back.
Well, you have raised dead. The time limit's passed on it.
Oh.
In 10 days. I had resurrection with no time limit and used it on someone that couldn't be brought back to life.
But I wonder if the expanded crit range and action surge from fighter
champion
might have been more useful. But
maybe
possibly.
I have 0 regrets with my Wrath build because this is a build that I've been working on for a
Dude, you're fucking ridiculous. I had to power you down, and you were
You
still
gave
ridiculous.
me a lot though, Sam. And
I definitely made you too powerful out of the gate. Which is why I started having you roll for control of it, because I realized I needed to put some kind of price on this.
You
Yeah.
did, and I did like when it happened. I especially
I like that
it
as a
happened.
mechanic.
I liked it that it mostly. I liked that it happened in the Amber Temple.
Oh my god.
So we had an out for why it happened.
Yeah.
Though. Like the idea of clearly this.
Yeah.
These evil forces are having some effect on my connection with my god.
Yeah.
You know, which I like that I was able to talk that mentalize that.
Yeah.
Rationalize?
We never got to see your character as a werewolf though, which I
No.
don't blame. I don't
Oh,
blame
yeah.
you for not doing it.
No.
I was just like that. It's just we never got to the point where you had to you never got to half health,
Where I had to.
make a save.
Yeah. We almost got it, but.
Yeah.
I had a scroll.
There was a point where I was like, "Hey, Philip,
Massacre wounds.
you make werewolf portraits for everybody just in case." Sorry, James. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I had a scroll of massacre wounds that I could never use. I was able to use it, but like there was never a time where everyone was close enough together for me to do it. It takes one round. Like it's not even a full round casting.
It's like Mercy, old man. You don't wait for the full 4. You 2, good enough.
I couldn't even do 2.
Let's see. I had a lot of fun playing just the mad druids.
Yeah.
In the
I love
wine
the
house.
dude
I
that
had fun with
pushed-
that.
Off the thing, and then all of a sudden he just came back.
He came back out of nowhere and whacked someone.
He hit Sarah, so he fucking killed him.
I think with that, because up to that point, there were lots of moments of meet someone new. Oh, we don't trust them. Raph wants to smash. No, Raph, we have to be civilized and adult about this. Fine. Oh, druids. Oh, someone I can be civilized and adult with. No, murder them all. What the fuck?
We tried talking and it was absolutely insane.
You didn't give me a chance. You murdered them before I had a chance to talk it out. I'm not saying we could have talked it out. I'm just saying I wasn't given an opportunity. Because y'all are some prejudiced racist asshats.
I don't even remember which.
It was at the Wizards who weren't Wizards Winery.
Yeah.
I tried
the first druid we saw
Yeah.
was like, yeah, we are plaguing this land intentionally. Fuck you. And so I attacked her because they said they were intentionally plaguing the land.
Ah. And what makes you upset about that?
They didn't say that initially, and we didn't have a chance to talk it out.
No,
Or,
that was
they
like
said
the
that they were
only
wrong.
thing they said.
They were pretty open that they were in service of Strahd and bringing
plague-
pestilence upon the land.
Yeah. But that wasn't the literal first thing they said. We got to that point
Before
after we attacked.
Okay.
No, before
Yeah.
we attacked.
After.
Boys, you're both pretty and you're both right.
Hey, James, show off our little figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show off our minis.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm just saying, y'all are prejudiced.
I don't think it was.
James,
If
don't
you
look
like
on that.
higher res versions of these, you
I
can
wasn't thinking
look
on
in our
that. It was my
Discord.
ankle that I sat on.
It was
Tilting.
turning. Yeah, it was tilting.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think we're prejudiced this.
I'm
because
just saying,
we
y'all wanted to attack them right now.
Ooh.
if it focuses, we can say ooh.
Ah.
That one's Naily.
Yeah.
Naily, she's got her shield and the sun sword.
Ooh.
I am happy that I found like the thing had that.
Yeah.
Because like I was initially just looking for a giant ass glaive, and then it was
Yeah.
like sun sword. It's that one. That one I'm keeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sun Sword is cool.
Yeah. Wrath actually came out pretty decent, like with the options that I had. It's uncanny. Model next to picture. Yeah.
The camera doesn't want to.
Yeah,
I was also just like really personally happy with like some of the aesthetic choices I made on Raw. Like he only wears a kilt.
Yeah.
Well, because he doesn't want to have to buy new clothes once a month. Or steal new clothes. However he gets his new clothes.
Yeah, these will definitely be good little keepsakes.
And I know it probably bugged y'all a lot, but I really, really enjoyed the fact that Raph gave away about 1,300 gold in the first 3 sessions.
Well, that's the thing is like Gold was useless?
Yeah.
Yeah, on one hand, gold was useless. On the other, you didn't give us a chance to try and split money evenly.
Y'all didn't ask.
He
I
did.
did.
several
Every time
times.
I gave him
Every
money.
time we asked for money, he gave it to us.
Yeah.
It was.
It was party gold dealt with in a different manner.
Yeah, it was like, you need money? Here's money.
It was-
Like,
yeah.
But at no point there was like, no, we need to sit this down and split it all evenly.
And then the one
Welcome to the First National Bank of Raw. How much money do you want?
I honestly, one of my favorite moments was when we went back to the mercantile guy and we're just like,
Here you
Chunk!
go.
what can we buy with this?
Whatever the fuck you want, I'm getting out of here.
just take everything.
Just lock up before you leave. That was pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, despite the things I would have done differently, I am really proud of this as my first full campaign I've ever run.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
This was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Being the only person that had complaints, I did enjoy it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I mean, like, my complaints are kind of just arbitrary. Like, y'all didn't die enough. I'm bringing that back.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like you need
That's
to bring.
a personal issue on me.
I was about to say, I feel like you need to bring those problems up with RNGesus for not pooping in our cereal enough.
Your cereal couldn't be pooped in.
Yeah.
You had a lid on your cereal.
You basically did with your bear totem shit.
Bear Totem's dumb.
Oh, bear totem's ridiculously
It
good.
basically doubles your hit points.
Yeah.
I will probably never play a barbarian that isn't bear totem because
I
it's just so
try-
good.
Yeah.
I've looked at the other options and they are pale.
Another
By
good way
comparison.
to stay alive
Yeah.
is to not wander into cultist basements on your own.
I
That was
had-
my
That is also a good way to not die.
I had help, but honestly, my dice were just shitty.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
that handled if I could have rolled anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly probably my best defense was a good offense.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah, dude, you cranked out so much damage.
the things
Death
got too
is-
close to me. I just
Glenmo was not built for that.
Death is the best CC.
I mean, honestly, I could have probably run it the way it's meant to be, the way the crossbow feat is meant to be, where you have a
Yeah.
melee weapon and a crossbow.
Yeah.
Not really. It's meant to be run. You have one crossbow and you just reload it really fast.
Yeah.
No, but the feat says when you make an attack with your main hand with a weapon, you can take a bonus action to also attack with a crossbow in your offhand.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me bring that up because that's not how anyone has ever told me.
Weird.
It was if you make an attack, or the way I was told is if you make an attack with a hand crossbow, you can take a bonus action to make an attack with a hand crossbow.
Gotcha.
I think it specifies that the crossbow is in your offhand though.
What level did I get to? Did I get to? Oh, 5. Okay. I was like, wait
Which
a minute.
I guess I probably shouldn't have been adding dex to all the time.
No, it's not an offhand. Well, hold on. I'll just.
I
bring
don't
it
know.
up.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things I think I think the only sad thing about my build is I wasn't is that it just was better not to use fire fists as much as
Oh.
possible.
Yeah.
Just because the idea of using it for flurry of blows meant that I was using my strength modifier more.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like except for when there was something I just really wanted
Attack
to
with a
murder
one-handed
it
weapon,
though.
you
So I
can
do feel like it was a nice
hand
like
crossbow. You are
way
holding.
to mechanically accentuate. Wrath really wants to murder this.
Yeah.
Just we're gonna put 3 monk points into all of this and just deal as much burst as possible in one go.
So, Ivani, of your 3 characters, which one did you enjoy the most?
That's a mean way to put it.
So I was having fun with Sarah's snark
In character?
in character.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the way Nayli was built. Because
Yeah.
this wasn't a character that I got to test.
What would have happened if Sarah's had made it to the end?
So I was going to talk to Sam about Sarah's actually working for Strahd the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And like with her blood magic, it's kind of just like, yeah.
How did we not see this coming?
I don't know. Well, I mean, your first clue would have been when you figured out that she was a sorcerer instead
you're
of
a
just
dark
an elf.
No, you're a dark elf. All dark elves can do this. You're just doing dark elf things.
Flinmo saw the spell book. Flinmo actually saw the
Flinmo
whips.
saw the book. He saw her pull out the whip. Like,
I'm not gonna bring
saw
up
her
blood
murder
magic.
the wolf.
I'm not gonna bring
Yeah.
up blood magic.
Flinmo saw all of it.
Yeah.
Flinmo sees everything.
Dark elves doing dark elf stuff.
Well, they
I'm not
were
gonna bring
they
it up.
were unconscious or like
No,
in
they
a
were
tower.
ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were ahead of us.
Yeah, they
was
were
when the wolves
they were
attacked
sectioned.
us.
They were sectioned off from us where like they had no line of sight to us.
Oh.
It wasn't that they had no line of sight. He was dealing with the alpha werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was dealing with the two dire wolves. Irina was behind them with the dire wolves.
Mm-hmm.
I tripped because I got a fucking nat 1.
Yeah.
So you stopped and decided that you were going to help. And that's when you figured it out.
Yeah.
I am, though you saying that, I'm now remembering my, hands down, my favorite fight in the entire campaign. The druids on the hill.
Oh, where
I thought you guys were fucked.
That was
I
hands
did
down
too.
my favorite fight.
I love that it was literally just fucking fireball right there.
Yeah. Hit me. Yeah.
I did have to Strahd Ex Machina save you guys, but I thought it worked in the campaign.
No, it totally worked.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it fit in pretty well and pretty naturally.
Yeah.
Roth running out, getting surrounded by blights, and just hacking his way out for the next few rounds was pretty great.
It was awesome.
Honestly, something I kind of regret with Flinmo is that I didn't make him offensive like at all in the beginning. I couldn't do anything.
No, it's a rough go. Like I've done that a couple of times. The last 3 times I've played the last 3 wizards I've made a wizard that had 0 offensive first level spells, 1 offensive cantrip, and it was raw utility, and didn't take another offensive spell. I think until like the second time I got second.
Yeah,
level
I mean,
spells.
like I had levitate. I had at that point I had haste.
Mhm.
I had I had
Haste helped and fucked us over
So
so
many
many times.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of okay with, like
Yeah.
mechanically.
Yeah.
Like, because haste used to be like one of the dumbest spells.
Oh,
in
yeah.
3.5.
haste was really fucking stupid in 3.5 and had a limit of 1 target per caster level. So at the time you have haste, you can target your whole party unless you have 6 people. In which case,
Yeah.
wait 1 more level, and now you can target your whole party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And
gets silly.
And it's not there's no such thing as concentration spells
Yeah,
in
right.
3.5. So it's
In third edition, that's why druids and clerics are just the best thing ever.
Yeah.
yeah, they're like bup, 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 bup. All right, time to kill that guy.
Bane and
I
Bless.
think I'm definitely going to
Divine
rebuild
meta
Sarah's,
magic.
but I think I'm going to find the updated
Even
version of
without
the Dark Arts Guide
Yeah.
and get that either translated into Orc Pub or the new version that's just
Sure.
coming out of that,
Okay.
and then just make cards for her damn spells, cantrips, whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
God, that was so
That was
annoying.
Yeah.
The spell that was also the cantrip that also thought it was a first level spell.
The cantrip that was like, okay, here, you can do this as a cantrip, now it's a spell, and it's like that annoyed me a lot. And like,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
probably
mean to
should've
sound
looked
like a
at
dick, but you reading over my shoulder
I'm
at
sorry.
my character sheet had me so annoyed.
That's
And that's why
fair.
I asked Sam to
I
kill Sarah's.
Do
Oh,
like
well, you
the
should have told me.
It was getting to the point where it was just like it was happening every session.
You should have said something.
I should have said something, but I was just so frustrated at
Right.
that point.
I was legitimately trying to be helpful because I
I
didn't think you
understand.
had played.
I
a wizard.
understand that,
Yeah.
but it was to the point where it's like I don't like when people are over my shoulder when it comes to anything like work, cosplay, whatever.
Sure.
And so it's just like this was happening. I'm trying to figure this out. This is pissing me off. That book was pissing me off. And it's
Yeah,
just
we
like
probably
one thing
should've-
led to another, and it was just like I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm
We
done
probably
with this.
should have just gone to the source book earlier to see
Yeah.
how
And
it
like
was.
sit
Yeah.
Because
down
it seemed
and
like it
hammer
was
out.
a issue with how somebody coded it into Orc Pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the issue. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, I still had fun with Sarah's. And then
As a character,
Nayli-
she was great.
And then
I
Nayli
loved
comes
her.
in and is just like, I am fucking Batman.
Yeah.
And fuck you guys. I don't care. I glow in the dark.
I'm kind of glad.
Yeah,
Still
I-
Batman.
I'm kind
I
of
actually loved that Nephi died in the first session because it was just like, oh, you thought these were the protagonists? Now one of them's dead.
Yeah. You think they have plot armor? They don't. They
Yeah.
don't. Sorry.
You really wanted to kill someone at that point.
I did, because I wanted to set up
Yeah.
Barovia.
Yeah.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Flimmo had died that early instead of Neffy. Neffy, yes,
Neffy.
I was right the first time.
Neffy.
I guess I did have a backup character. I ended up playing him in a different campaign, and I think he fits better in that campaign anyways. I had like a bounty hunter.
Oh yeah, you had.
I had a half-orc bounty, like urban bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
He was an Eldritch Knight, and I had his right hand, or his right. He lost his right hand, and it has been replaced with an arcane focus.
Oh,
He
neat.
can't hold a shield. He can't two-hand weapons.
Yeah.
Fun.
That would have been neat.
Oh right, I remember what my third character was, but it just wouldn't have been good for Curse of Strahd. But it was a build I've been working on. It's a swordsman. It's like a swords, like wise sword saint, philosopher swordsman character. That is, a mechanically speaking, trying to be the one cut warrior. Like,
I'm still stuck on this old crone idea. I think I kind of want to do that for my next character.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'll
Nice.
be running
Listen,
something in
if
the
you
interim
want to
eventually.
guest in Dragon Queen and just bring one of those, by all means.
I curse you!
I mean, you could be how
Return the
Nayli like goes back and
smile.
forth, because Nayli is still going to be in
Yeah.
Dragon Queen.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, she was made for that campaign.
I still
She's
don't
not
know.
gonna miss it.
I still don't know what I'm gonna play for that. I think we did talk about a cleric, because I haven't played a cleric in a while.
Yeah.
And cleric's just an easy walk-in for that.
Well, you were also thinking Druid, and I was okay with you doing that, except you're not allowed to be a deer man.
I didn't plan on being a deer man.
Cool, because we already have a deer man.
I was gonna summon lightning.
Cool.
So,
Sorcerer.
uh, as we've talked about Chris Strahd here, Chris, what's this next campaign we're playing?
Yeah.
Alright, so we are going to be playing Zeitgeist, the Gears of Revolution.
So good.
Which is a very unique setting. It's a third party. It's on EN Publishing. I had discovered it a couple years back when they were doing a Kickstarter, and back when it was Pathfinder and 4th edition. I'd gotten the 4th edition book hardcover and just like really fell in love with the setting. I ran it for a couple friends, including Philip.
3 years.
Yeah, we played for 3 years on and off.
Yeah.
And got probably about halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely halfway, because we had just gotten a little bit past Paragon.
But we had a lot of hiatuses and
yeah.
like probably only played every other week or so.
On average, yeah.
So it probably won't take that long if we're consistent. But anyway, the setting is a world that is in the midst of an industrial revolution. So it's a world that was traditionally very much in touch with its Fey origins. There's hardly any divine influence to speak of. There's one. They're called the clergy.
Yeah, one like monotheistic Catholic analog.
I wouldn't say monotheistic, because their belief is actually that each
Yeah.
human has the divine spark within them, and the person they follow is like the first one to fully realize this and achieve divinity.
Yeah.
Other than that, any other divine class is probably worshiping the Fae. The other planes are cut off from this one, so it's very isolated.
They're celestial bodies as well.
They are planets, and celestial bodies are how they represent the other planes. So they can be observed by characters that are called sky seers, who interpret the stars and try to prophesy. And James is going to be playing one of them.
Yarr.
He's a bird pirate.
Bird pirate, sky seer.
Kenku or the other?
We made one actually.
We actually made one. So the Kenku and the
Arakakra.
didn't really fit for what I wanted in this campaign.
Arakakra can fly, which was a problem.
Mostly I didn't want a fly speed character, because it just can destroy some puzzles, and
it's also actually pretty, at least for canonical Into the World, no one can fly.
Yeah.
Fly magic does not
Fly
work.
magic does not work, but it does specifically say medium-sized creatures can fly.
Yeah.
Nothing larger than medium can fly.
But I kind of homebrewed something. I gave him a glide speed,
Hello?
Gotcha. So kind of like a directional slow fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every 10 feet I fall, I can move 5 feet in a
Yeah.
direction.
And he's flavored as a parrot
Yeah.
who lives in or he's from the Eurosol archipelago.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, because there's 4 main nations.
Yeah, so the main nation that they're working for is Rashur, in the city of Flint as constables, who is kind of a catch-all term for go investigate shit.
You're like FBI meets Homeland Security meets CIA. You are it's a catch-all.
Actually, I think we're
government
just
agency.
Homeland Security. Isn't the H and RHC Homeland?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
you also have international.
So your
missions,
homeland plus
but-
Interpol.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can all. Yeah, you also have international missions. And stuff.
So it's a campaign largely driven by mystery. They're going to be discovering the inner workings of a nefarious organization. The neighboring city to Rashur is Dinar, which is the country of tieflings.
Yep.
Who are actually people cursed after a goddess was killed on that area of land. And there's no magic in their country.
It has
so
like a giant anti-magic bubble.
Yeah, there's a giant
sits over it.
anti-magic bubble, and because of that is what has kind of driven this industrial revolution to occur, because they don't have magic, so
they have to keep up the curve somehow.
They make tech.
Yeah. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's me, James, Catherine gets to play with us.
Yeah.
And Carter's coming back to play.
Yeah. So James is playing his asshole bird. Sam, do you want to tell him about what you'll be playing?
Yeah, I am playing a wizard detective who is, yes, loosely inspired by Harry Dresden, but he's a burnout war veteran. I'm really looking forward to playing him because if James is going to be an asshole bird, I'm an asshole human.
I'm not actually an asshole bird. I'm just a former pirate.
You're not Rivali.
What do we call a grouping of assholes? A gaggle.
What I'm actually interested about Sam's character is he's going to be an abjuration fighter.
Ooh,
which just sounds really neat to me.
Abjuration is my favorite school of magic.
I started out as a fighter, and then since we're starting level 3, I started as a fighter because I have a military background. But I want to play like a wizard, so I have 2 levels of wizard on top of that. So that gets me fighter, and then into School of Abjuration.
Nice.
Yeah. It just seems like a neat idea for a tankish character, or
Yeah. Shockingly, my first character on stream is not a barbarian.
Yeah.
I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I thought that 5e had forgotten that druids don't like wearing metal. Because when I built the character, it just said light and medium arm proficiency. I'm like, oh, I wear a breastplate. And then I looked at the proficiency, and it's like, but don't wear metal.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, okay, studded leather. I
Hey, Catherine,
whatever.
can you come here for a second? Tell people what you're playing. Sorry, James, I didn't mean to cut you off. I forgot I was unmuted.
Whatever.
I'm sorry, dude.
By the way, prepping for Breath of the Wild.
I'm the only
I decided
non-fighter.
to play
Everyone else
Breath
is a
of the
fighter.
Wild Master Mode on the
That's true. Everyone's taking fighter.
fucking
Carter's not
yet.
yet.
God.
Yeah, I was sad that
Still
Carter.
hate him.
I was sad Carter
Tell them
was
what you're playing.
Oh wait, no, I totally am. I'm 100% a fighter.
Yeah, I'm entirely a fighter. That's your only class.
It's my only class. I'm playing a tiefling gunslinger.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
play Gunslinger
effects?
subclass.
Did you?
Yeah, we are hybriding Matt Mercer's gunslinger class with the gunslinger class from Zeitgeist itself.
Fun.
So it'll be interesting.
Well, yeah, because it turns out so Zeitgeist gets character themes, which are different than backgrounds and different than anything.
Yeah.
And it gives them a bonus feat, and one of the feats gives her everything that the gunslinger, or several things that the gunslinger would get, and also just Zeitgeist rules like reloading is already a bonus action.
Yeah.
And at one of the levels of the Matt Mercer Gunslinger is you can reload as a bonus action. So I changed some things around just to fit the setting better.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see that because the the guns being a thing is super fun.
Yeah, I'm glad the characters are using guns this time, because last time I read it, nobody used guns.
I was a storm.
Why? Everyone grab a gun.
Because I was a.
This is why I watch Carnival Row.
But
I
like
was
as
a
a
storm
druid,
Pretty
sorcerer.
good. Give it a shot, kid.
I can use crossbows.
I was a storm sorcerer
Can
who
I
we
use
did the math who
crossbows?
moved on average
I don't know.
120 miles an hour
I
every
think
round.
the answer is
Yeah, that was dumb.
I'm just gonna back.
One moment. I'm gonna bring up my character and look at my.
And then Carter is
Actually,
going
just
to be
like-
playing a rogue,
Aww.
making use,
He'll be a fighter.
making heavy use. I think he actually is taking the fighter
He
levels.
says,
I'm sad that he's not playing his philosopher character,
no,
who will give
but he-
people many things to think about.
but he is taking two of the setting themes of the technomancer,
Yeah.
or technologist,
Yeah.
and the arcane or martial scientist.
Oh, fun.
Oh
yeah, that one was really cool. The one where,
Yeah.
like, how do you describe this? You know in the movies when the guy, like, throws something at a rope holding the chandelier? He's that.
Yeah. Well, his starting martial scientist attack is basically if he misses with an attack, he can make an improvised attack as as like a free action
Against someone else nearby.
And one of the examples they give is like dropping a chandelier on someone.
Yeah,
Or,
they love that.
I cannot use guns because I cannot use crossbows because they have metal components, but I can use a scimitar.
Yeah.
I have a scimitar.
Yeah.
Bring to his kid.
Oh, the cutlass?
It is actually a cutlass.
Yeah.
Ready, ready, boy.
Because I'm a pirate.
yeah.
Actually, I'm a sailor.
You're attacking bullshit.
I did not take the pirate
I was gonna say
background.
you never actually did any pirating.
Oh
did
yeah,
you?
I've given Carter one instruction.
I was a
for this
navigator on a
campaign.
pirate crew.
Oh, okay.
I've given Carter one instruction for this campaign.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, I can't tell
Don't worry
you.
about
You're
it.
the DM.
Oh, come on. He's
How
gonna
did-
fuck shit up,
How
isn't
did
he?
Carter get two background or two?
So those feats can be taken as feats.
So human.
So he's
He's an elf.
he has one for now.
Oh, okay. He
At
will
level
be-
4,
Oh,
he's
okay.
going to take.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
That's why he
Oh, yeah.
isn't
Oh.
taking fighter to level 5.
But
Yes.
but Redbeard, you forgot about the best and most important country of all.
Drakkar?
Bear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Bear is the country of the monstrous races such as
Mhm.
minotaurs, orcs, goblins. What?
I'm remembering our racist paladin's reaction
Yes.
when he got there. Anyway.
It was once ruled over by the Dragon Lords and has since been unified by
A minotaur.
a minotaur. Well, it was originally unified by an orc
Right.
who passed his lineage on to a minotaur.
Yeah.
And they are they're kind of a loose group of countries. It's referred to as bear.
Yeah.
They have a lot of bears.
You can get
they-
battered bear.
They ride on bears.
Yeah. They have a bear cavalry. An actual literal bear
And
cavalry.
we started making the joke that like there was beer battered bear
Yeah.
as like street food.
No.
So it was
Beer battered bear.
bear and beer battered bear.
Bear.
It was delicious and a delicacy.
And yeah, I guess
Yeah.
we kind of left off in that campaign
Yeah,
while
that's
you
right.
guys were in Bear.
Spoiler alert: you go to Bear at
Yeah.
some point.
I think you visit all of the countries at some point.
I think that's true.
Cool.
Can't wait for the
Anyway.
train.
Yeah.
So do you wanna start that next week, Chris? Or
Yeah, I think it would be good to start it on Monday. I'm going out of town this weekend, so I'm gonna hopefully be able to have some time to finish off some stuff this week.
I'm
Cool.
also going.
if you want a week to prep,
No,
take it.
I want to get into this as soon as possible because I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
The other thing I should mention logistically is that this campaign is divided up into chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
And I'm thinking chapters will probably be 3 to 5 sessions each, somewhere in that range.
Probably. That sounds about right.
And I'm thinking it would be good to take breaks. There's in-game downtime between the chapters, so I think it would be good to have a chance to have some other people DM, run some one-shots, 1 or 2 shot type things in between chapters.
Yeah.
And just kind of break things up a little bit.
If it wouldn't be too silly, there's one of my roleplay channels is kind of a hybrid between text-based and D&D, and we're in a lull right now because just our villains are very busy, so they can't keep up with the thing. So like our protagonists are kind of just sitting here like, what the fuck do we do now?
Yeah, throw a party.
This is not that kind of roleplay, unfortunately. So out of character, we've been discussing about doing a couple of just meme one-shots.
Yeah.
With just meme characters, because it's fate-based, obviously.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of servants who are created basically with the rules of the universe applied to the real world. So like, I have created Breath of the Wild Link, who can multi-class into every servant container. And it's disgusting. And it's beautiful at the same time. So we want to do like meme one-shots with characters like that are just broken and disgusting. So if in between the downtime, if you guys are willing, like you guys are also welcome to bring in your own disgustingly broken characters.
I'm gonna need to learn a bit more about Fate, and maybe I can do my own.
I've got some idea. Like I've got some character grinders I could run, or we've got some stuff we could break up in. But yeah, we're gonna be the foreseeable future of Kraken Quest, and I think we're all excited for it.
Yep.
Season 2
coming soon.
Season 2.
Yep.
I don't know if Carter's going to be in on this or not, but I'm bringing back AC Shenanigans with or without the C when Harvest Moon Reunion at Mineral Town comes out, because I love that game and I can't wait for it to be out.
A shenanigan.
Shenanigans.
Oh yeah,
that's actually pretty good.
That's what Philip said. Technically, this will be season 3. This was the season 2 because we're in.
No, that's true, right? Because
I think something that I'm gonna be trying to pull together is me and Carter streaming Minecraft. We're gonna try and bring back Minequake.
Nice.
I've been really wanting to get just back into some Minecraft, get back into streaming, and that just seems like a very easy, relaxing way to do it. And Carter can either, come over and we can just do a LAN, or I have access to some vanilla servers that we can just play on, just do whatever.
I can host a modded server off of my computer if you guys did want to do mods.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see how you would fare with some mods.
They've never voted well in the past, but I'm willing to give it a. I'll be willing to give it a go.
You can find a good balanced mod pack and then just go ham and do some other things. Like I understand you really like vanilla.
Yeah, it's mostly I don't have the drive to build a nuclear powered iron farm.
Well, that's the thing. I don't either. My whole thing is like I really like Bombcraft, and I also like stuff like Astral Sorcery, which adds magic. That's not really something that's been expanded upon in Minecraft yet.
No, not really outside enchantment.
Right. So like once I get out of the Nether, once I find the fortress, beat the Ender Dragon, I don't want to play anymore because there's nothing left to do. So with mods, you get other realms that you can now go into exploring and stuff like that. So modded servers.
Cool. So, before we start talking about Minecraft and everything else forever, I think it's a good place for us to end tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching Kraken Quest Curse of Strahd. It has been my honor and pleasure to run this game. Thank you guys for playing with me. And I hope everybody had a good time.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
And thank you, Sam, for running.
Yeah, thanks so much for running this. It was a pleasure.
It was a joy and a stressful pleasure.
Never forget my thick aces.
Yeah, about that note.
Dummy.
I can't wait for Zeitgeist next week. So
yeah, I'm excited.
See you guys then.
Night, everyone.
Bye.